Hey, what's up guys? Rorschach Media here, and today I'm going to review the Sony Xperia Z. Ever since it was announced at CES, I've been really hyped up for this device. I mean, I've been waiting for it for quite some time. Officially bought it off clove.uk, so if you're looking to buy this device, very good price, much better than you're going to find on eBay and stuff. So yeah, does this device manage to hold up, or is it just another letter added into the Xperia line? Let's find out. So first, let's talk about the design. And this is one area where Sony knocked it out of the park. I mean, this device is beautiful. It is made of all glass. So in the front you got sorry, I forgot the name for a second. I was gonna say Snapdragon glass. No, Dragon Tail glass. And in the back you got Gorilla Glass 2. On the sides, well, on the left side you got the charging port, which is all under flaps because it is a water and dust-proof device. So that's a really big, neat feature of it. You got two dock connectors, and as you can see, all the sides look very, very clean because they are covered by ports. So everything looks just very clean. The device looks very sleek. On top, you got the 3.5mm headphone jack covered in a slot. On the right side, you got the SIM card and mini SD slot. Let me just flip it over. And you got this power button. This thing is very nice. Sony made a big deal out of it, and it's very nice. It's just very nice to press, and it looks good. I mean, everyone that I've given to this phone to, like for them to see, they were like, wow, that power button really sticks out. And yeah, it does. Under here we got the volume buttons right underneath the power button, and I'm not a fan of that placement. We'll talk about that a bit later. And you got a lanyard right here, so you can stick one through if you want, and the speaker's right there. On the back of the device, it's glass. You got the camera inside, and I got a screen protector on the one that came with it, which is alright. I would recommend buying another one. You got the 13 megapixel XMR sensor, you got the Xperia, and you got a couple things down here, and overall just really nice looking. On the front, you got the Sony logo, front camera, the speaker right there, and you got a 5-inch 1080p display, which we'll talk about next. And overall, it is a amazing looking device. I mean, it is great to hold in the hands because it is very edged, which is what I like about it. You know, I'm not a huge fan of curves, so I really like how edged it is, and I really like how it fits in the hands. Now, I would say, pretty big hands, and it fits amazingly. I love where the power button's placed perfectly right here. So you know, whenever I take it out of my pocket, it's perfect, exactly right here. Volume keys are a bit harder to get to. I feel like if they were up, they'd be a lot easier like that rather than going like this. It makes it a bit harder to hold, but otherwise than that, the design is truly stunning, and anyone who buys this phone, I think you're going to love it. I mean, it's one of the best looking phones. This and the HTC One. I haven't held it yet, but I will get it. It looks stunning. Now let's talk about that display. That's a big, big part of the Sony Xperia Z, and I was not disappointed at all. Let me just go to the brightness. I was not disappointed with the display at all. I mean, the display is really nice. It does have some downsides to it, like the viewing angles, which we'll talk about. But first, let's talk about the goods of it. And the colors, wow, they are nice. It has a Bravia Engine 2 in it, which kind of gives you, so if we go, let's say, on movies, and we go down here, this is one area where you're going to know just how stunning it is. Volume. But as you can see, the display is stunning. I mean, it is beautiful. When you're watching videos like this, all the colors look amazing. They're really strong, yet not oversaturated on like Samsung's AMOLED screens. So just very, very nice looking display in terms of everything. When you go into the web browser, the text is ultra sharp because it is 441 ppi. So just very, very sharp and good looking display. The viewing angles are not that great, that is the truth. When you turn the device a little, it loses colors quite a bit. So that's one area where Sony kind of dropped the ball on the display, but otherwise than that, when looking straight at it, it is great looking. Also, I used it in sunlight, direct sunlight here, and it worked fine. I saw some reviewers complaining that it didn't. I had no problem. I mean, it wasn't even on max brightness, and I can see perfectly, so you're not going to have any problem using it in sunlight, from what my experience. Up next, let's talk about the camera. So Sony's made a big deal out of their 13 megapixel XMR camera. XMR sensor, sorry. And overall, it is not disappointing. It takes nice pictures. It does take quite some time to open, as you can see. I don't know, that's probably just a software quirk, but It takes very, very nice pictures. First, let's look at the software of it. You got access to front camera right there. Then you got record and take a picture. Then you got settings right here. You can switch things like touch capture and such like that. Resolution, which 12 is max for some reason. That's 4:3. I keep it at 9. Then right here you got Xperia Auto, which is that new thing. So whenever you bring in something like, I'll show you in a bit. You got normal video camera, burst, which is very fast, picture effect, sweep panorama, all the things that you'll expect, and it's a very, very nice layout. But anyways, like I was talking about this, so let's say I bring in oh my god, here we go. So I bring in this. If I bring it down here, you're gonna notice it says document up here, so it knows exactly what it's doing. And as you can see, it's a really nice camera. I mean, the text is just really sharp. Takes pictures very fast. And so we hit it here, and as you can see, it just really looks good. It really catches nice detail to it, and I got some other ones. My car, let's see. As you can see right here, it caught really, really nice details in the camera, and it's one of the best cameras I've used. It really beats the Nexus 4 camera for sure. It is a nice camera. So you're not going to be disappointed by the camera whatsoever. Next, let's talk about the speaker. This is one thing where I was kind of disappointed is the placement of it. Now, I mean, there's not too many places you can place it. Personally, in the back, it gets annoying if you put it down. And right here, if you're lefty, you're fine. Which I use my phone lefty, so I'm fine. But for people who use it right and you're listening to something, you're going to block this. And I'll show you right now, so let's go on. Let me see. Walkman, it came with some songs. Let's see. I have no idea. I guess let's do this. So as you can see, it's got a nice sound though when you're not blocking it. Really rich and nice. But there we go. Muffled. But if you're lefty, you're not going to have any issues whatsoever. So in the sound department, it's pretty good. Just the placement, I think, could have been a bit better. But, you know, not that big of an issue. Up next, let's talk about the software. So right here is where Sony made huge improvements. It is running 4.1.2 Jelly Bean with Sony's skin over, which is nameless, no longer Timescape UI. So because it's so light that it'll be quick to update, is what Sony says. You know, we'll be the judge of that when it gets 4.2.2 and stuff. But overall, it is very sleek and a lot better than Sony's old interfaces. First of all, you'll notice the home page is, you know, kind of Sony style. You got their apps right here, which are all same design pattern to them, which are really nice. When scrolling, you got that little effect. But what they really switched was before, when adding widgets and stuff, was really dumb. It was like up here. Now you just go like this, which you can take a look at all your pages. From here, you can also take out widgets if you want to, or apps and such. Add pages, which you can have up to 7. Oh, and set home page and stuff. But how you add widgets now is you go right here. So let's say I want to add it right here. So I'll make a new page. There we go. I want to add calendar. So you just grab, drag, and from here you can make the size what you want. And then you decide you don't want it. You just grab on, delete. As you can see, just very useful, a lot better. Also from this menu you can do apps, wallpapers, and themes. So overall, just very, very nice, I think. Very, you know, fixed up by a lot. Also, in the app jar, remains basically the same as it was before. You got kind of like that folder style. Up here you can make own order, which you can make folders and such. You can search the app you want to search. And right here you can uninstall an app, which you can uninstall a lot of them. It's nice and quick to use. And you can customize, you know, which takes you to this. So in terms of that, it's very nice. They also added a lot of nice features such as mini apps, which are really cool. So let's say I want, you know, calculator. While I'm somewhere, easily just put it there, do my calculations. One I love, and these ones you can get from the Play Store, is the mini browser. Found that one really useful, so I can go like this, go up here, and then, you know, just use a mini web browser. I think that's really cool. It really takes multitasking to the next level of, you know, kind of like Samsung's half screen thing on a Note 2. So it's really, really cool feature. And I think Sony's really making good moves with this because they're really bringing in their ecosystem. I mean, if you can see, you got Walkman, which is, you know, a famous Sony thing. You got a lot of things like Sony Select, PSM, PlayStation. So if you're in the Sony ecosystem, you're really going to like this device. I am in the Sony ecosystem, so I really enjoy all the things they give you. And if you don't like them for any reason, like I said, you can uninstall. You got Wise Pilot, Xperia Link, which is very nice if you have an Xperia tablet or a PC, and you can just, give the internet from your phone to the tablet or PC. So a lot of very, very useful features. And I think, right now at the point, hardware is basically staying similar in phones. It's going to come down to software and who offers that ecosystem. And I think, if you're with Sony, you want to go with Sony. If you're with Samsung, Samsung offers you their ecosystem. So I think Sony's doing a really, really good job. And they offer a lot of things that are useful, such as the Sony Car or Social Life. So if we go on Social Life, you can stream your YouTube. You can add Facebook and whatever. So it's kind of like a Flipboard and Blink Feed style thing. And as you can see, I have the widget right here. It's pretty nice. And they add a lot of nice things like that. And the Walkman app, I think, is one of the nicest looking music apps, actually. I think it looks really, really nice. If you go right here, My Music, it's very, very nice looking. I think they did a great job. Same thing with Album. If you go here, just very nice. Overall, aesthetically, the Sony software is very, very nice. And I personally really like it. It's a very, very nice interface. Now, all this is, very nice. But how is performance? And performance has been great on this device, so I'm going to go quickly down the benchmarks so I'm talking about that. Performance has been very nice. I noticed very, very little lag, and lag that I did notice wasn't anything big. It was sometimes when adding a widget or something, it would, it would kind of stutter, but nothing big at all. I mean, it's snappy. Whether you open up web browser, whatever you're doing, it's going to do it very fast without any issues whatsoever. Just very, very fast device. And Sony did a great job, keeping the speed with it and the software not bogging it down. And of course, it runs on a Snapdragon S4 Pro processor with 2 GB of RAM, 1.5 gigahertz. So it is the same exact processor that you get in the Nexus 4, and it runs very, very nice. So let's run a benchmark. While I'm running the benchmark, I'll talk about the phone quality and battery. The phone quality has been quite good. No problems whatsoever. I hear the caller very nice and loud, and they reported that they heard me very nice, so I didn't notice any problems there. I read some other reviews where they said the phone call quality wasn't that great, but personally me, I had no issues. I am using this on AT&T. In terms of internet speeds, it's HSPA+, and it's actually been really fast. I have the Nexus 4, and this one's actually been doing a lot faster internet-wise for some reason, at the same exact area, so I don't know if it's, And it also has better signal. Like in my house, I usually can't get internet over HSPA. Here I can, so I don't know, kind of weird, but nice. It works very well. In terms of battery, it's actually pretty good. Nothing amazing, but it's good. When you turn on standby mode, even without standby mode, the standby time is great. I mean, you can leave it a whole night with standby mode. It'll drop like 1%. So it's just very, very nice. In terms of when you're actually using it, well, then it's just like every other average cell phone. It drops quite fast. It does have that 1080p screen. So it got 8,107, which is really nice. That's fast. I mean, some of the best out there. Matches DNA and stuff. So overall, as you can see, the S4 Pro is still such a good processor. Overall, the Xperia Z is a great phone. You're not gonna dislike this phone, I can promise you that. It is a very nice phone. If you're in a Sony ecosystem, you're gonna love it. It comes with a great camera, great software, amazing design. So if you're someone who really, really likes design and such, like me, you're gonna really, really like this device. And overall, I would recommend it to anyone. Now, we'll see if it comes to the US or whether you're gonna have to get it internationally if you want to, but it is a very nice device. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoy this review. Please like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what you want to see. I will be getting the HTC One, so I will make a review of that, and we will put them head to head, the Sony Z versus the HTC One. And if you're deciding between those two, hopefully that'll help you out. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Rorschach Media out.